We have the most beautiful avocados right now. So I have put together some guacamole kits at Moku that have everything you'll need, and I'm going to show you guys a couple quick tips on how to make the perfect batch of guac. So first, we're going to cut the avocado in half. And then you're going to want to remove the pit by hitting it with the back of your blade, like right next to your thumb, so that it's really easy to just pop it off with your thumb like that. Common mistake, people do this all the time. They'll try to hit it with the tip of their blade, and then the geometry is just all messed up when they try to take it off. Okay, now we're just gonna mash it up with a fork. So I'm gonna use all this avocado, even though it was a huge avocado, but if you wanted to save some for a later date, this would be the ideal time to do so when it's all mashed up like this. So what you would want to do is just put it in an airtight bag and then put it in the freezer. I don't need to go into too much detail. Netflix just released a whole documentary about this process actually, the Jeffrey Dahmer tapes, I think it's called. But I would never advocate for murder or for single-use plastics, and at least one of those statements is completely true. All right, let's put a little salt, little pepper, and then juice from half of a lime. These limes are super juicy, but if you aren't getting one from us and you don't have your own tree, your only option might be the grocery store, and those tend to be super, super dry. So if you're stuck with super dry limes, like The Office, the TV show dry, like the British version, then you're gonna need more than one. So then we're gonna cube this onion. Okay, so you're gonna make little slits in the top of the onion, but not all the way through, so that when you chop it, it stays together. And use your knuckle as a guide here. You don't wanna be chopping and then chop off your fingertips, but if you bend your finger like this, you will not cut yourself. Now we'll do the same thing with the tomato. We're actually gonna cut a little slice in the middle right here, but not all the way through. And then same thing as the onion, the slits, so that it stays together when we chop it. And so for the cilantro, I'm just gonna cut off the stem right below the bottom leaf, and then we'll rough chop everything else and use it. And I'm gonna go for a little spice. White girl medium's what they call it at the Thai restaurant that I like to go to. So I'm gonna use half of this jalapeno. And I'm gonna remove the seeds with my bare hands so that later when I'm tired and I have forgotten about this and I rub my eyes, it burns and keeps me awake for 2 hours. So if you're an afternoon coffee drinker, this simple trick alone can save you $6 a day at Starbucks, which ends up being $180 a month or over $2,000 a year. So be sure to stay tuned for more financial advice too. And then chop this as fine as you can get it. All right, now we're gonna stir all this up. All right, I just made these ulu fries so we can try it out. Oh, so fucking good. So if you want to come get a guac kit, they're only $10 at Moku while supplies last.